I was gonna go in on Kyle, but we all know that Kyle ain't gonna listen. He don't care.
True.
I feel like we're comfortable being complacent, and it stems from him, but all the players are too. You hear the quotes that Debo saying, "Oh, we don't need a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback." I'm like, if you didn't need a quarterback, you would have been won a Super Bowl. Stop it.
Stop.
Fred saying, I'd rather lose in the playoffs than be a losing team. That's a losing mentality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all need to do better. At the end of the day, whether we got the quarterback or not, we need to do better with not being complacent. We're so comfortable with the fact that we're winning playoff games and no Super Bowls. We're like, whatever, we'll get it next year. Your window's coming up. Kittle's 30. Trent Williams probably going to be 35. We're only getting older, and the window's getting closer and closer to just getting shut, okay? And then back on the trade thing, I feel like our whole fan base has, like, given up on this kid.
Yeah.
And it's just like –
he's 22.
The man's 22.
He's lost 2 games in his career. He's lost 2 starts in his career. 2.
And crazy part is, bro, the whole entire fan base knew he was a project.
Yeah, that was the book on him.
Why?
And then you put him on the field, and they're like, "Wait a second, he's a project. Get him out of here!" It's like, whoa, that was the book on him.
And then it's like you want him to be a quarterback, but then you running him like Lamar Jackson, and we all know that's not his biggest skill set. But in the one game they let him be a quarterback against the Texans,
he won.
Go crazy. He won crazy. But then he averages 13 runs a game. He's never going to be successful being a quarterback if you run him like up the middle 13 times a game and hope for the best. That's not the recipe of success. Yeah. And even if we got Lamar, hold on, now you can get to Lamar. Whatever. Purdy didn't get that. When Purdy got in, he was playing Jimmy, bro.
Quarterback.
He's playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like it's like we're giving up and we're falling for the flash in the pan. We did this with Jimmy in 2017. Yeah. He went on 5 straight, and then we gave him $100 million. What?
And again, it was like, look at how good the offense is. 300 yards a game, statistically great. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's 5 games.
Next season came back towards ACL and wasn't the same sense, and then choked the Super Bowl.
And Brock already got hurt. Brock tore his UCL. And they're like, it doesn't matter. He's our guy. It's like, dude, wait a second.
And that's what's killing me. I'm like, he's a quarterback, and you're banking your whole franchise on his right arm that you got hurt in the championship game.
That's
and you're going to trade Trey Lance when he's perfectly healthy, been in the system for 3 years.
That's right.
And now you just want to give up on him because, we got Brock. Well, now Brock don't play this year. You're going to put in Sam Darnold hand? The man that said he was seeing ghosts against the Patriots?
That's right.
I'm not. Kyle, John Lynch, Jed York, that yes man up there leading this franchise. Somebody got to have some accountability. Papa York, somebody. Eddie DeBartolo, like, somebody got to come in and lead this shit. Because right now, we got a general manager that wants to do one thing, a head coach that wants to do his thing, but kind of listening to John Lynch. And then they talking about Kirk Cousins. And I'm like, why are y'all so comfortable with mediocre? Mediocre. You passed up on Mahomes for Jimmy. You're probably going to pass up on Trey Lance on draft day, God forbid. If Trey Lance and Brandon Ayuk get traded, I don't even know what to do. You feel me? Because this is like, we got the players to be successful, but you give it away for draft picks for unknown commodities. But when you got an unknown commodity on your team that can play, you don't want to play him.
Right.
You got to make it make sense, bro. Because even if they go out and draft a quarterback or whatever, it's still an unproven commodity.
Correct.
Purdy, he's still unproven. Yes, he did have a couple good games. Clap it up. What is he going to do now when the defense is just? When the defense coordinators know that you're not going to throw to the right side of the field, you're going to throw to the middle and the left.
That's right.
So it's just like we falling for this hype, and it's just like we possibly. I'm not even going to jump and say he Mahomes, but the kid has the drive to be great. That's not something you can teach. That's something that is in him. And the fact that you're just going to give up on that, throw him to another team, and God forbid it's in the same conference. If he goes out there and balls, say for the Vikings, he go out there and ball and he put up crazy numbers. Kyle's getting fired. Period. Point.
No question. And real quick. The reason that the Niners dynasty extended from the 80s to the 90s is because the Buccaneers made this mistake. They had Steve Young. Yep. He was 3-16 for them. They traded him for like a second and a fourth to the Niners, and they fucked up. And they can never live that down. Whoever did that, I mean, that's That's the number one thing on his football epitaph. Traded Steve Young for nothing.
And they're too giddy to get rid of Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no reason for you to want to get rid of a kid that this young that wants to improve. Because most kids would just, damn, they giving up on me. Fuck it, bro. I'm just gonna give up. Trey Lance is out here balling, ignoring all the noise. He's focused on his craft. As much as he may not be perfect, he's striding to be good. He's not being complacent like everybody else on the team that ain't won a bowl. Every single one of y'all, if y'all listening, you don't have a ring on your finger. There's nothing on your finger to show for the success that you had. You had the best defense in the league. 17 points a game. Clap it up. You lost. It doesn't matter no more. What are you going to do when shit hits
Also, you gave up 31 points in the NFC Championship game. 31.
Hey, and that falls on them. They could be mad. Yeah. They can feel any type of way about how we feel. But at the end of the day,
they can't blame Brock Purdy. They can't blame Brock Purdy for them giving up 31 points in the NFC Championship game.
Sure can't. And Josh Johnson came in and looked like a scrub. But that falls on your head coach. He's the one that signed him. So y'all want to be
You could have had Cam Newton, Ben Roethlisberger, Philip. There were so many guys you could have called, and you called up Josh because he knew the system.
Anybody.
Good guy.
And it's just like, you guys are just, you got to get better. And I know that Kyle comes to you for Kyle comes to the players for like approval on things. Y'all are part of the problem.
Yeah.
Y'all are part of the problem. Y'all were the reason why Jimmy stayed here for 2 extra years because you don't want to start over and lose.
Right.
And you still were losing with Jimmy. You didn't go to the NFC Championship because of Jimmy. You went because of Purdy came in, filled in a role, and played that perfectly.
Yep.
And then as soon as he got hurt, that little flash in the pan is over with. Yep. And I don't know if we're going to get that same player back because now his throwing arm is shot. Whether he was waving his hands at Oracle Park or whatever, it don't matter. He's not throwing.
I think it's going to take a while. If he ever comes back to what he was, it's going to take a year. He could be cleared, but I don't think he's going to be throwing this year like he did last year. I think that's going to be down the line.
And that just don't make sense for them to just push this. Oh, Trey Lance. I know fielding calls cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Field the call, see what he's worth, but don't trade him. Because if you trade him, you giving up on potentially a great quarterback for what? Sam Darnold? Because he's the only healthy quarterback on the team. Once Trey Lance gets traded,
or the opportunity to draft another quarterback that you won't develop and you won't give a chance to, and you know what I mean? Like, you're just going to repeat yourself.
Cycle. It's going to be the same cycle over and over again. They're chasing each other's ass. It's just like Kyle's so far up he can't see what's right from wrong because he's put in the mindset where it's just like, oh, well, I can go get this newest cat. I can go get this. I can go get that.
Here's how I look at it. I feel like
still lose.
Kyle thinks he can get an endless string of quarterback. He can win with anyone. I think John is over here saying, dude, I don't want to do this forever. I want to go be an announcer. I want to win this Super Bowl and leave. Can we pick a quarterback? Can we pick a quarterback? Right? Kyle's on the other. But Kyle's on the other end. Kyle's on the other end, being like, I can make it work with Sam Darnold. No, dude, you can't. No, you can't.
No,
you can't.
His passing game is terrible. Yeah. Even on Madden. If Madden knows your passing game is terrible, your passing game is terrible, bro.
Leek, I got to take more calls, but you're killing it, man. You got anything else you want to finish up with?
They got to do better. The biggest thing is complacency. They're stuck with being mediocre. Not even mediocre. They're good, but they're stuck with being just good. They're not trying to take
and they're
that
proud of it.
Great. Yes. And I'm just like, you don't.
And it's all about the quarterback, too. They're like, you know what? We're a great story for a team that doesn't have a franchise quarterback. Like, I don't want to hear that great quarterback. Yeah, go get it.
A Hall of Fame story. You would literally have 3 rings on your finger if you had a quarterback on your team.
It's a built-in excuse. It's a built-in excuse.
And it's a terrible excuse, man. They're going to learn from it. But appreciate you for having me on, man. Thank you. And I'm going to tune in. Have a good day.
All right. Thanks, man.